Peace Queen. It's Melissa Crawford of thequeencode.com. And my message today is actually part 2 of the Character of a Queen series. Now, in this series, I really want to take a deeper dive of what it truly means to be queen. In part 1, I share with you that God is in the character building business. And when you think about the journeys that you take in your life, the adversities that you may experience or that you have to overcome, all of those journeys and seasons are really about character building. So that as we rise and ascend to the next level in our lives, we can have that sustainability, that foundation. And that's really what gives us the right to reign on our throne. When you think about the crown is a symbol of overcoming. And you only get the crown as you begin to go through and complete your missions and really build that character. So in part 1, I share with you one of my favorite mantras. What would the queen do? You know, the queen really is a state of consciousness. She's a state of being. And it's so easy in the day-to-day to move out of that awareness, to move out of that consciousness. But one of the things that always helps me to get back in divine alignment is simply asking myself, what would the queen do? You know, when I want to go off the deep end, maybe do the road rage thing or let somebody have it, asking myself, what would the queen do, allows me to come from my higher nature instead of my lower nature. And as I said, as I shared with you last week, it's really a powerful manifestation exercise as well. So what would the queen do? Always wearing your invisible crown, always knowing that you're being watched even when you think that you're not, and showing up in a very exemplary way, showing up in that way of excellence. So that was part 1. In part 2, I want to go a little deeper and talk about an issue that you may have heard a lot about and is very common in a lot of self-help inspirational books, but I really think that it's overlooked, especially really addressing it on a deeper level is very much overlooked. And what I'm talking about is personal responsibility. Now, personal responsibility, it may sound drab because maybe you've heard of it a lot, I'm not sure, but you know, it's really about having that personal accountability for yourself instead of blaming other people. And it's one of those issues, it's a bit of a hard pill to swallow because it's so easy to be the victim. It's so easy to point a finger and blame someone else. But the truth is, everything that's showing up in your life is a reflection of where you are and what you believe. See, so many times we can fool ourselves by what we say. But I always say results speak louder than words. Everything that's showing up in your life is a reflection of where you are and also what you believe to be true about yourself, about the world. And it really requires taking a very honest look at yourself, really keeping the truth in your face, because if there is a situation in your life or a person that's really irritating you or you know, it's just causing so much chaos and drama, it's only there because you've allowed it. People will only treat you how you allow them to treat you. And even deeper than that, people treat you how you treat yourself. There was a time in my life where, you know, I thought that I respected myself very well. And, you know, if you would have asked me, I had, you know, pretty high self-esteem, high self-worth. But there were some incongruencies in my life. There were some people that I had there that did not respect me. And as I began to go deeper, because it was so easy to say, you don't respect me, you don't do this, you don't do that. But as I began to go deeper, I realized that they were a reflection of the fact that I wasn't respecting myself. That there was something in me, even though, you know, I felt like I was a woman of, you know, great self-respect, there was something in me, deep way down, that I had to find and correct, because I was projecting that lack of self-respect, that lack of self-love, and I was drawing those people into my life. And so instead of being a victim and complaining, I began to adopt another mantra. There's never a need to complain about anything. I have the power to change it by changing me. And as I began to do that, I made some decisions. I began to up level in my own self-worth. And those people, the relationship either naturally split or they begin to respect me as I respect myself. And so what I'm saying to you, Queen, is you have to take personal responsibility. You have to take 100% responsibility for every outcome in your life. You cannot change how someone may have abused you in your childhood or in your past. You can't change that. That's the past. But you have the power in the present to determine how that past situation is going to affect your present. You have that power. And if there are outcomes in your life that you're constantly getting over and over and over again, it's not that someone else needs to change. It's that you need to change. And I'm saying that with love because it's something that we have to constantly work at. It's something that we really have to cultivate. There's never any need to complain about anything. You have the power to change it by changing you. So again, I'll say, if there's someone in your life that's not valuing you, it's not them, it's because you don't value yourself. It's virtually impossible to have a great value for yourself and to have people in your life that do not value you. And so this is really a huge character issue because it brings you out of victim mode, because you can't be the victim and a queen at the same time. The two are diametrically opposed. They can't work together. That's like fear and God can't be in the same place. Okay? So that's what I really want you to think about this week, Queen. I want you to think about some issues in your life, some cycles in your life that have been repeating, some people in your life that are disrespecting you. What are you crying about at night? What are you upset about? What chaos is in your life? Know that chaos in the physical is a manifestation of some inner chaos that you need to go within and heal. And when you go within, you may not know how to do that. But that's where, as women of excellence and as women of spirit, we begin to call on divine help to help us see and understand and overcome and heal. And as we do that, there's another jewel in our crown. And we'll find that we are totally seated in our power. So that's part 2 of the character of a queen, personal responsibility. Just take 100% responsibility for where you are, for your outcomes, and watch your life change, okay? In the meantime, I do have a wonderful gift for you. If you go over to my site at www.thequeencode.com, you can claim your free download, Queen, You Were Born to Succeed, because you absolutely were. And this series in character is really is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to equip you to succeed, to really make that leap, to push forward, to fly. This is our time. Carpe diem, seize this moment. Okay, so go over to www.thequeencode.com and get your free audio, and I'll talk to you soon.